Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Rajwant Kaur from DAV College Jalandhar. Today we are going to talk on module Media Selection and Advertising Effectiveness from paper Marketing Management. And after completing this module, you will be able to explain the concept of advertising. You will be able to assess the role of advertising, and you will be in a better position to explain the types of advertising media, and you can identify the factors that affect media selection. First of all, it is important to know what advertising is. Advertising, it is a paid form of communication of goods, services, or ideas by an identified sponsor, which is directed at the mass audience. The sponsor or advertiser, that is the seller, he pays for time or a space used in the media in which his advertisement appears. Magazines, newspapers, radio, television, posters, hoardings, direct mail. These are the different medias used by the advertisers to influence and induce the viewers, readers, or listeners to buy the advertised products. The American Marketing Association has defined advertising as any paid form of a non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, and services by an identified sponsor. The features of advertising are basically cost per prospect or customer. It is low in advertising. Advertising is a mass means of communication as large number of people they are influenced at one time. Organized and controlled messages, these are delivered. It is impersonal and works in breadth. Advertising is main promotional tool used in consumer goods market. Advertising, it involves one way flow of communication. It has a pull effect and moves the prospect to the retailers. Consumers, they are moved through successive levels of communication spectrum, that is awareness, recognition, conviction, and action. It is helpful to impart knowledge and create customer interest when new products these are introduced in the market. Then a wide choice of media, it is available to influence the audience with different demographic or socio-economic features. It is a paid form of communication where the sponsor can be identified. It informs, educates, guides, and protects the customers. So these are the features of the advertising. So advertising, it is helpful in number of ways, like prospects that cannot be approached by salesman. It can be influenced through advertising. Then advertising creates more demand and stimulates large scale production, which increases profits of business organizations. A large scale production and distribution create ample employment opportunities in production, distribution, and media industry. Advertising, it is helpful in raising standards of living of people. Then mass production provides economies of large scale. As a result, production cost is reduced and goods are available at reasonable prices just because of the advertising. Then advertising, it leads to industrial and economic development of a country. Advertising, it creates awareness and educates the people. Educated and informed buyer can make a rational buying decision. So in this way advertising is helpful. Then large audience can be influenced at one time, which reduces cost per prospect at it is a as it is a mass media. Then urban and rural people, they have become more receptive to new values, ideas, and attitudes. So advertising is helpful to influence them. Personal selling and sales promotion techniques, these are facilitated by advertising. And advertising, it is helpful in creating brand loyalty. Advertising, it suffers from certain limitations, it is impersonal form of communication, so the objections or queries of the prospect cannot be answered. There is one way of communication in advertising. Customer reaction and interest cannot be known immediately. Advertising, it is less effective in convincing the buyer than personal selling. Advertising, it may lack trustworthiness in case of misleading advertisements. So in advertising, it may create noise in communication when media carries number of messages of different forms simultaneously and divert the attention of audience. It multiplies the desires of the people. Unsocial and unethical advertisements do more harm to the society. Advertising is of various types, like product advertising. It is used for existing consumer durable products. The motive of manufacturers or marketers is to provide information about the product's features and attributes and to promote benefits. It also aims at securing repeated orders. The trade and advertising, this is also one type of advertising which is used for distribution networks. Here the purpose is to facilitate distribution of product. It is meant to make an appeal to the distributor to sell more for the higher profit. Then comes social advertising. This type of advertising is used by the government to make people aware of government's concern for public welfare. Advertisements about consumer rights, polio camp, and preference for organic products, these all fall in this category. There is another one type of advertising, that is corporate or institutional advertising. Such advertisements intend to promote the company as a whole. It is used to establish, change, or maintain the identity of the company. It does not attempt to secure action of the target audience. Rather, the efforts are directed to keep customers informed and maintain a positive attitude towards the company. There is one advertising called as pioneering advertising. This type of advertising is used for new products or new firms, and here the aim is to create a primary demand for the new product or service. The firms are required to explain the product concepts as customers need detailed information. So, product demonstrations are made to secure customer confidence and demand. Then, competitive advertising. This can be taken by some companies, and this advertising is used for products for which there exists tough competition. The companies resort to such advertising for building demand for their brands. It attempts to build brand preference for products which are passing through growth or maturity stage of product life cycle. Product life cycle. Comparative advertising, it stresses on the superiority of the brand over brands of rival firms in terms of product features or uses and services provided. However, it should be remembered that only healthy competition should be promoted through competitive advertising. Unethical practices should be avoided as it may harm a firm's image in the long run. Various types of advertising medias are available. One of them is outdoor or mural advertising. So, hoardings, posters, skywriting, and electric signboards, these are used in outdoor advertising, which can attract attention of large people simultaneously. It has general appeal and reminds prospects. Lot of skill and art can be used in this form of advertising. Uh, this method has certain limitations too, as selective advertising is not possible. It has low retention value and cannot be used for long messages. Hoardings, these destroy natural beauty, and it may lead to accidents as it diverts the attention. Then comes film advertising. Audiovisual technique used in film advertising overcomes the language barrier and has great impact on audience. Repeat advertising can also be done, but this method is costly as the cost of slides and film is high. This method is not suitable when selective advertising is required. Press advertising, which includes various methods like newspaper. Newspapers are timely and flexible. This is common method of publicity and has a wider reach. To some extent, selective advertising can be done in newspapers and effectiveness can also be measured. There is possibility of repeat advertising. Color and attractive advertisements have mass appeal. So advertising in newspaper is economical too. However, newspapers do not serve purpose in case of illiterate people, and it has short span of life too. Another media is magazines, journals, or periodicals covered under press advertising. These have longer span of life and greater retention value. There can be use of reference. These magazines or journals, these can be used as reference. Selective advertising can be done to reach the target market only. Radio advertising, it has wide coverage and suitable for illiterate as well as literate people. Repeat advertising is possible in case of radio advertising. It has great retention value as spoken words have longer impact. FM radio is popular among people of different age groups. It is used commonly by advertisers for reaching the masses, but this method is not suitable for selective advertising. It cannot be used for reference. People may feel bored when messages are repeated, and some messages may be lost due to non-attention of listeners. A noise disturbance, it may limit the efficiency of radio advertising. The another method of advertising is very popular, that is television, as it allows vision, sound and motion. It has a mass appeal and a wider reach. The products can be explained easily and demonstrated well. Home Shop 18, Naptol and Best TV are exclusive TV channels for advertising, and these are quite popular too. Television advertising has wider reach even in rural and hilly areas, but it is a costly medium. Remote control device leads to fast switching over to other channels and can reduce efficiency of this method. Direct mail can be used. A direct mail refers to sending booklets, pamphlets, sales letters, or catalogs to the target customers. Selective advertising is possible as it is directed to desired prospects only. It provides detailed information and has less wastage. There is no time constraint for advertiser and he can send mails as per his convenience. This method has a reference and a retention value. There is no fear of direct competition. Its feedback can be measured easily, but direct mail method is costly. It may be difficult for the advertiser to arrange mailing addresses. It also may lack attention of receiver and be treated as just a junk mail. Then comes another form of advertising, that is the media which can be used, that is transit advertising. Transit advertising allows use of stickers or posters within or outside public vehicles. These appear on fronts, backs, or sides of buses, auto rickshaws, or trains. Transit advertising has higher readership of pedestrians and travelers. It is less costly and selective media. However, it has limited reach and not useful for illiterate people. Internet media is becoming popular among advertisers. Majority of people uses internet for various professional and personal purposes. Using internet has become a way of life. Target audience can be easily approached through direct email. So email advertising campaigns yield greater response than traditional mail. However, the appearance of a number of advertisements on the screen, it may restrict the attention of target customers. Moreover, this method has selective and limited reach. Apart from these medias which can be used for advertising, there are certain other forms like pens, key rings, diaries, calendars, or clocks, which can be distributed in the target market free of cost with name, address, phone number, and brief message of advertiser imprinted on them. These can be distributed. Selective advertising, however, is not possible in such cases. Selective advertising is possible in such cases, but they are costly and also not suitable for long sales messages. Now, let us discuss about media selection. Choosing a right media to convey the message and persuade target audience to buy product or services, it is really a difficult task. So media selection decisions should be based on communication requirements, advertising budget, nature of product, extension of competition, geographical area coverage requirements, or the literacy level of target group, cost of media, and services provided. If product needs detailed information or demonstration, television media is the best choice. If only a reminding message is to be delivered to secure repeat purchases, then newspapers, pamphlets, outdoor or transit advertising can be used. When there are no financial constraints, television, direct mailing, or advertising specialities, as discussed earlier under other forms of advertising, these can be used. Firms facing budget constraints should opt for a newspaper, then radio or outdoor advertising. Products which are meant for specific business or professional class, these should be advertised through trade journals or periodicals or direct mailing, whereas household items of daily use, these can be advertised through TV or radio. Similarly, direct mailing can be used to sell books or kitchen items. Advertising for a social cause like making people aware of consumer rights or pulse polio drive, environment protection, TV, newspaper, and radio, these are the best sources. Level of competition also determines the choice of media. High level of competition demands the use of same media as used by the competitors. When there is less or no competition, any media can be used like direct mailing, newspaper, transit advertising, radio, etc. Local or geographical target market can be approached through local newspapers, outdoor advertising, transit advertising, advertising specialities. National markets can be covered through TV or radio. Then print media like newspaper, direct mail, magazines, periodicals. These can't be used when target group includes illiterate people. So here, radio and TV media will be suitable for such group. Cost benefit analysis. It should be made while choosing media. A relative cost of various media should be checked, and accordingly a proper decision should be taken. Now I am going to discuss the essentials of effective advertising strategy. So first of all, there is need to set advertising objectives. The objectives can be to accelerate sales or to promote corporate image or influence the customer's behavior. Advertising can be used as a sales tool or a communication tool. Clarity of objective will help in measuring effectiveness of advertising. Advertising goals are necessary, and Sherlaker has divided advertising goals into four stages of commercial communication as follows, that is awareness, recognition, conviction, and action. So these are the advertising goals. Objectives will set the direction for the roles of advertising, that is whether it will create awareness, education, educating the target audience or the customers, providing information, changing attitudes, inducing customer to buy, or reminding the customers. So these will help in creating message and media selection. Realistic objectives will help firms in effectively evaluating advertising results. It is important to note here that increase in sales as advertising goal will be difficult to measure in terms of advertising effectiveness. Increase in sales may be attributed to companies' effective promotion and marketing mix in addition to advertising. So, advertising effectiveness can be measured in terms of direct mailing. However, it will be difficult to measure in case of other types of advertising media. Then it is essential to determine target group. It may relate to a specific geographical area or cover a larger area. Target market can be local, it can be national or international. Educational level, age or sex of the target market, it will determine the choice of the advertising media. Then it is equally important to determine the level of competition. So existence of competitors in market, it will affect the choice of media selection. Companies must determine the level of competition. Stiff competition demands comparative advertising, and the image of the seller, his products, and rating in the competitive market, it is required to be assessed to decide the desired positioning level. Then comes preparing the advertising budget. It is again important. Financial constraints, these can limit the choice of media or efficiency of advertising effectiveness. Then comes preparing advertising message. Advertising message is basically the sales talk performing ADA, that is awareness, interest, desire, action. So these are the functions. It provides essential information and guidance to the prospective buyer. The message helps in guiding and informing the prospective buyer. A good sales message, it should educate, induce, remind, and influence buyer's behavior and secure his action. Advertising will be futile exercise if advertising message is incomplete or inappropriate. Advertising message should be created intelligently, and it must be able to secure attention or arouse interest and create a desire to purchase. So choice of words, symbols, slogans, pictures, and testimonial should be creatively decided. In case of products or services, facing tough competition, a sales message should convey differential advantage and superiority of the product or service over the rivals. It is advisable to carry out a detailed market research before developing any advertising message to understand the competition level, buyer behavior, as well as the motives and market trend. Media selection. So next step is to, or the essential is to make choice of the right media, because it is very important, as equally important as the development of the advertising message. Advertising message will not bring desired results if it is not addressed at the right time and to right person. Selection of appropriate media, it will be made by keeping in mind certain factors like communication requirements, advertising budget, nature of the product. Advertising budget, it should be prepared to determine the advertisement expenses which a firm can afford. A firm can allocate funds on the basis of percentage of expected sales. It may make estimate of advertisements expenses as per the trends prevailing in the industry, that is, actions of rival firms. A genuine assessment approach can be applied to determine the advertising expenditures. It may consider the specific marketing objectives that desired advertising is expected to achieve, that is, increase in market base, profit contribution, or sales volume. Then communication functions required to be performed to achieve objectives, and measurable communication response required. So this will help in making realistic estimates and preparing budget. Uh, Another essential is measuring the advertising effectiveness. So advertising, it is aimed at selling ideas, a product or service. So it can generate good results when it is directed to right people at right time and at right cost. If advertisement creates demand and increases sales as estimated, it means advertisement is effective. So effectiveness of advertising, it can be measured in relation to objective set. If the advertising, it is considered as sales tool, that is directed to increase sales, advertising effectiveness should be measured in terms of increase in volumes of sales. And if it is expected as a communication tool, that is to influence behavior of consumer, then effectiveness of advertising, it should be measured in terms of changes in consumer attitudes. Then direct mailing advertising, it is used as a sales tool, that is to secure sales. And advertisement to develop a corporate image by highlighting the welfare activities or public concern. It is used to influence customers' behavior and developing a favorable attitude towards company. Dagmar philosophy, that is defining advertising goals and measuring advertising results, it should be applied to measure effectiveness of such advertisements. It is important to measure the effectiveness of advertising, as it can prevent costly mistakes in future. It can help in evaluating alternative strategies, and efficiency of the advertising can be increased for future if the effectiveness of advertising is measured properly. So many firms consider it a costly affair to assess the effectiveness, as it involves huge cost. But they must remember that a penny saved today is penny earned, and consider it as investment to avoid costly mistakes in future due to ineffective advertising. So they must try to have long-term benefits once the effectiveness of advertising is measured. So they must go for this. So students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. Advertising, it refers to any paid form of communication by identified sponsor. Various media are available to advertise idea, product, or service But the choice of media depends on certain factors. An effective advertising strategy, it must set objectives of the advertising, define target market, then determine the level of competition, frame advertising budget, carefully select media, and measure effectiveness of advertising to avoid costly mistakes in future due to ineffective advertising. Advertising, it is the backbone of a marketing system. It has led to tremendous industrial and economic development. In today's scenario, economic and social life cannot be imagined without advertising. So it is a powerful tool to influence buyers' mind. Its proper use can make it a boon for the society. It can generate employment, increase income, and raise standard of living of the people. However, if it is misused, it can act as a curse. So unsocial and unethical advertisements, they can do more harm than benefits of genuine advertisements. So it can cause irreparable loss to the society. So it is desired that a government should make stringent laws to punish misleading and unscrupulous advertisers. So whatever is seen or read, it has long lasting impact. Advertisers, they should consider it as their moral duty to use advertising media for educating, guiding, and protecting consumer interest. It will consequently help in building long lasting image in the minds of buyer and develop brand loyalty. Thank you.